I am a Muslim. I come from a Muslim family. I was born in Britain. And I have to tell you that the only way that as a country we are going to defeat this is we have to integrate. We absolutely have to come together. Because for me, what ISIS want is for Islamophobia to be widespread. They want to pitch you against me. They want to pitch people of different colour. That is their strategy, OK? And right now, I absolutely agree. Everybody's so angry. You look at people with suspicion. You've got a man with a beard on the tube with a rucksack. I don't blame you if you think he's a terrorist, but we've got to hold back. I will say one thing. I think in this country, as British people, whether you are white, whether you are Muslim, we have to be able to feel what we can say without being deemed a racist. And can I just also say that I am a bit sick and tired. Every time there is an issue about Muslims, I'm brought out to talk about it. I want Jane to come out. I want you to come out, because we are united by our values, not by religion, but by our values. If we live in this country, we have to put our hands up and say we are British and we are all aligned by the same thing.
So why, can I ask you then, I agree, can I ask you then, Saira, why so many of us feel that the Muslim community, particularly the heads of the church, the imams, have been so silent? I mean, I know they've made a few comments, but there's been nothing very dramatic.
Well, I think because it's the mosques. Look, young people are not looking at old men in beards for guidance. They're looking on the internet. And what happens if you're not integrated is you have a whole body of disenfranchised, angry young people.
Angry about what?
Angry,
because we see that and say,
because
we welcome people to this country. We're a very integrated society. We're very accepting of other people's religions. So why are they so angry?
We are not integrated. And if you go to a school, OK, and your teachers are there, and if all of a sudden your best mate goes on 6 weeks school holiday and doesn't come back, and nobody asks you, why didn't your friend come back? You feel angry. Who do you talk to? You can't talk to your family, you can't even talk to your school. And I think, I mean, in 2013, I went to 75 primary schools in the UK, in the north, and I have to say, some of those schools would have been quite happy as if they were in Afghanistan. How can you have that in Britain? How can you have schools with white teachers and fully Muslim kids, and the parents are dictating the agenda? And those teachers were saying to me, we don't have the powers, we don't have the resources, we are too scared to say something in case we are deemed racist, and that is wrong.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, but let's also look at, I hate calling him this, but Jihadi John. He came over here from Kuwait. As far as I know, he went to a multicultural, westernised school. He got free education, he got our free healthcare. We were nothing but kind to him and his family. Where did that hatred for Britain and all that we represent come from?
It comes from home. It comes from ordinary Muslim families who don't speak up, who actually hear what is being said and don't make a big deal about it. And that's why I say today, it is not good enough for the majority of peaceful Muslims living in this country not to come out and speak up and say, not in our name. Because these people are using Islam and Muslims, and it's branded all over the place. I'm a Muslim, it's not in my name.
So what do
I want to see 1 million people marching in this country, led by Muslims, led by moderate Muslims, to say this is not in our name. Because I actually think the indigenous people of this country now deserve people, somebody looking like me, saying, we are with you. Also, just to let you know, when I say things, I get abused. I'm called a coconut, I'm called a seller, I'm called a racist. I'm attacked by...
And you married a non-Muslim.
I'm attacked by white British liberals as well as members of my own community. But you know what? I don't care, because what's really important to me is my community, whether it's black, white, green, orange, pink, and the safety of our streets.
But what do those parents do, or those teachers do, particularly parents, because so many parents, we say, of young men who have gone off to fight in Syria, who've then come back, those parents often say, I had no idea this was going on. He was in his bedroom, he was going to university, we didn't know. Do you believe they didn't know? And if they do know, what should they do about it? What would you do?
Look, I'm a parent, and my 7-year-old son crept out the back door and walked the streets of Oxford. You can't watch them all the time, but you do have a sense of who their friends are, what they're doing, and how they're acting. And I'm sorry, but look, I'm sorry, but Muslim people have got to take responsibility.
So you shot them to who? The police?
Well, I've shot my own cousin who came to this country on a sponsorship form and disappeared within 15 days. It was all pre-planned. I had no idea about it. Am I not going to shop him in just because he's my cousin? No, I'm going to shop him in because he went against my British values of honesty, decency and respect. And I shopped him in.
I think you're absolutely right. I think a show of solidarity, a very public show of solidarity between all religions, you know, not just about Muslims, and also greater integration, because it's in that vacuum between those two things that people like this flourish,
But Jane,
that do these attacks.
Can I just also say, I say to people in my own community, if you don't like it here, go and live somewhere else. And if I say it.
So we can't say that.
Yeah, but I want you to own it. I want people to stop cowering behind, oh, I'm too scared to be racist. I'm going, if you want to have a conversation and you want to put people on the spot, you own it and you say it. You are not a racist.